Hello and welcome to the second game of this best of three. Then we will decide which one of these two teams will move on to the winners bracket and which will be dropped down to the loser bracket for group number C of the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament, which is what you're watching right now. Of course, we are going to be seeing two teams make it out of the group stage, mini double elimination bracket in the group stage. Group C, Dignitas, 4FC, EG and the Nile. EG and the Nile will be playing after this best of three, and then the losers of this best of three and the next one will be after that one in the last best of three in the loser bracket, round number 1 matchup. We are going to see if 4FC is managing to battle out a third. And if you're listening on the stream, then sorry for that, I don't know what's up. So, we are going to be having Nature's Prophet and the Shadow Demon picked up by 4FC. So they managed to, or they actually decide to not go for Krilli's Lone Druid, as that is normally something that they try to pick up if they have a chance. But last game kind of made them realize probably that they need something that can be active more early. And perhaps they need a bit of split push. And Nature's Prophet, of course, is really great with that. We are going to be seeing the Shadow Demon once again in the hands of Boomski. Let's see if we can see Marana or a Kunkka again for 4FC. I mean, we know that they like it. Of course, the Kunkka didn't really work out in the previous game, but who knows what they can do in the next game. We've got ourselves again a Jakiro getting banned out in the puck, with the Lone Druid banned out on the side of Dignitas. And let's see, Life Stealer for the last one. Dignitas having first pick, so they can pick up something what they want to have right now. I mean, banning out the Life Stealer means they don't want to pick it up themselves either. They go for a Visage instead, so already have got the start of a potential aggressive tri lane with the Nyx Assassin and a Visage that's already very strong. And we are going to see what 4FC goes for next. Hey! Yeah, so I forgot, like, I'm solo casting, if you haven't noticed yet. There's no other voice here. You might see some stats popping up though. Musik is supposed to be providing some stats. Of course, that was the same case in the previous game, and you didn't end up seeing stats at all. But he kind of got a bit busy, so hopefully for this game we'll be able to put out some statistics about these two players, these two teams rather. And yeah, 4FC thinking about it, thinking about the next pickup. It is going to be Alina, so a hero that we see often played by Matrim or Iconoclast, who is not here, who has a stand-in playing instead of him. It is Juicy that is standing in for him, so he'll probably take up that role of the Lina. It's a hero that they're very successful with, also in aggressive tri-lanes, if they combine it up with the Marana. So maybe we're going to see that coming up from them. Still miss their mid lane hero as well though. Same thing goes for Dignitas actually. We still have a Queen of Pain in the pool, as well as Dragon Knight, Templar Assassin. Of course, Snaking Templar Assassin is one of the heroes that he plays very often. And this is the first time that Dignitas is really going into reserve time, so they're thinking about what they want to do here. And also, of course, they're thinking about what they can expect here from 4FC. But they end up going for the Templar Assassin. No real surprise there. As said, one of the signature heroes of Snaking. I think he's going to be quite happy with playing for that one. With that one, rather. And 4FC, is it going to be Marana? I mean, Marana Templar Assassin? You know, Marana is one of those glass cannons, and if it's one thing that Templar Assassin is good against, it is glass cannons. So even building a BKB won't really help you out, because it's physical damage that TA puts out. So I'm not quite sure if that's exactly what they want to have, but then again, in Kunkka, do you want to have that one that you can man fight up against a TA, because you can't really do that either. They're a bit lost, and of course, which hero are they gonna be putting mid, right? 4FC, I've got Boomski, sorry, Blumberg on the mid lane. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Spirit Breaker mid. Templar Assassin does get bashed, obviously. So I would actually like to see that, purely because we've seen it from them before, and we've seen him working out as well for 4FC. They do end up going with the Marana, no surprise. Or at least no surprise in terms of what they normally play, but I think maybe for 4FC it's a bit time to try some newer recipes, because we've seen them play this before and we've seen them being very successful with this. with their tri-lane, with their aggressive tri-lane, but the moment that aggressive tri-lane is not going the way that it should, it's going downhill fast. And considering they already got a Nature's Prophet, you'll probably be on the safe lane. So they don't really have a carry that is can save the game later on. Of course, Nature's Prophet can, in theory, save the game later on if you make it to that late, but I mean, he is going to be the one on the safe lane, and is not going to be able to put that much out there. Like if the tri lane fails, I mean, he's not going to be carrying his team. They need a good tri lane. Let's see what Dignitas goes for last. They need that carry still. Still got plenty of options in the pool. I mean, the gyrocopter was taken out, but there's so many options still left that I think that Dignitas is going to be happy either way. It's going to be an anti-mage, good old-fashioned anti-mage. It's actually, like, anti-mage on an aggressive tri lane is of course a hero that has an escape mechanism, right? So in that regard, you either have to time everything perfectly with the light strike ray and the arrow, etc., or he's gonna get away. If you do time everything properly, that might actually be a good chance that anti-mage dies, because at the start of the game he's definitely also a bit of made of glass, but then you've got an impale to stop initiation from going, you've got burst damage coming out of the visage to go for some counter initiation, and 4FC have to be really wary about that, and some good warding is needed to make sure that they know where those two are at all times, to make sure they are not getting caught out of position. Last pickup for 4FC is the axe, so we're gonna see the axe solo mid. Of course, one thing to note about an axe versus the Templar Assassin is that the battle hunger, it doesn't tick off refraction charges, but it does do damage because it's like it's HP removal. And you can always HP removal. It doesn't take up a hit basically. So Templar Assassin versus an axe can be quite nice for the axe, but we'll see how that works out. Of course, Templar Assassin is the signature hero of snaking, and I don't think he's gonna be very uncomfortable with that hero. We're gonna see Dignitas Fog playing on the next Assassin once again. Way Too Sexy will be on the visage for this game. AOE 2000 or AOI 2000 sitting on the anti-mage, snaking on a signature Templar Assassin, and then the last but not least Universe on again a signature Darkseer, and that is Dignitas on the Dire side, dropping to the Radiant side. We are gonna see 4FC already smoked up, looking for a fast heading into the Dire jungle. They're not all that fast though, especially not since they are walking back and forth a little bit here. But we are going to see Boomskia on his Shadow Demon, a signature hero for him too. Strangbeast, signature Mirana. And they find that there's people there. Just need a disruption, just need everybody there, but they won't have an axe, nor will they have a Nature's Prophet, because those have backed off. So they're not going to go for this either. So Lina will be played by Juicy. In the mid lane we'll have ourselves Blumberg on the axe, and on the off lanes, or sorry, safe lane is Krilly on the Nature's Prophet. From the high ground, Dignitas scouts out that they are going to be up against an aggressive tri lane. And we'll see if 4FC manages to get themselves that rune, if they get lucky. Or if Universe gets lucky and gets that one.
The battle begins.
Haste rune going the way of Juicy. Or, not Juicy, he pinged it, but Boomski will be getting the haste rune. For fast initiations, of course, you kind of want to have that. If they find someone slightly out of position, haste rune does punish you for it extra hard. The only downside is everybody has to be fairly close by. Apart from Mirana, I guess the arrow is long range. She won't skill anything just yet though. She doesn't know yet what she needs, if she needs an arrow, if they're gonna be aggressive straight away, etc. In the meantime, Way Too Sexy comes mid to help out mid lane. He knows that Way Too Sexy is going to be needing some help most likely, especially when that battle hunger gets skilled up there. In the meantime, on the top lane we already got the arrows. AOI should be able to get himself away. Stick charges are going to be there. Nice impale up on 2 coming up from Fogged. Light Striker Ray hits though. Fog taking a lot of harassment here. And this is already the start of an aggressive tri lane for 4FC that already favors them a little bit in terms of harassment. The real battle will come though when the first blood has been spilled and when the kills start flowing here, if they start flowing here, because they kind of need to flow for 4FC to make it successful for them, considering they don't have a secondary carry on their bottom lane. They need to have their top lane working out for them. And not just by shutting down the anti-mage, even though that alone is already a nice thing to have happen. But they need to get some kills, need to get levels up on their supports. And that is going to be tough. They don't have a block for the camp here. So that means that pulling and stacking will be possible for Fogged. The only downside is that if you start pulling and stacking right now, you'll actually allow 4FC to start pushing a little bit more than they normally would. So you have to be careful for it. And on top of that... Oh no, the pull still happened. Boomski a bit too late with pulling it back. But on top of that, you know that the supports are busy pulling, so if you want to go on AUI, you might be able to before the supports come in to try and save his life. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Krilly might be having some trouble here. He has the last hit under his tower. Normally that would be okay for Nature's Prophet, because he can tank things up with his Nature's Call, but he doesn't have mana at the moment. And he is actually now knowing, you know what, I can't stay. I have to TP out Universe. Gets what he wants and is left alone on the lane for a little while. 17-0. Again, tower skipping creeps. And again, of course, therefore gonna be ahead of the pack in terms of last hits and denies. In the meantime, Snaking sitting on 11 for 4. Blomberg, 9 for 2. Able to keep up with the Templar Assassin on last hits is quite decent. If you're an Axe, in terms of harassment, the Templar Assassin will not be able to really harass Axe down. Unless Axe makes a big mistake there. And 46% win rate against a TA. Not even that high, but definitely not low either. A bit 50-50. Around 50 is where you expect everybody to be. Like if all things were even. Of course in Dota not all things are even. But yeah, pretty decent that it is actually around the 50% mark. And teammates in the meantime only sitting on 6 last hits, so 4FC in that regard doing quite well. But at the same time, Strangby only has 9 last hits. Is only level 2 while Anti-Mage is level 3, and that is gonna be the difference that I was talking about between winning a lane and winning an aggressive tri lane. Winning a lane would already be done, but an aggressive tri lane you just need to have more, because supports, like said, are gonna get more gold and experience than the supports of 4FC are getting, because 4FC has to share everything on the lane. They need to get kills to make it worth it for them, and they're not getting them right now. And to be fair, Dignitas is just not allowing them to get them right now, to let them have them right now, because one disruption could mean the end of a player, but they're just not out of position. You need to be finding a hero out of position to be able to land that good disruption. So we'll follow Boomski for a little bit, see if he can get himself in range for a disruption that can allow them to do something. Of course, you see the movement of Aoi, right? I mean, we know that there's going to be an arrow from Marana should that disruption be there. So we see AUI positioning themselves. 10 viewers. Thank you for the vote, people. Thank you for the vote. Shout out to everybody who voted in this poll. 50-50. Very even. I don't think it's actually 50-50 though. I mean, on paper it will definitely be Dignitas that is taking this, but 4FC, oh, disruption is going to be there. Here comes the arrow. Soulcatcher already there as well. Light Strike Array will follow up. And this might be something. AUI, oh, 1 hit! Stick Charge is helping him out. In the meantime, Juicy is gonna get nuked down and will be first blood. And go on the way of Way Too Sexy. Now Boomski is what they want. Soulcatcher still hits up on Fog. Look at that harassment up on Fog. Is it gonna be enough? Shadow Demon still goes down, but Strangby gets himself a kill. Oh my god! Oh my god. Krilly just scored himself a double kill. Nature's Wrath. He just got level 6. An Anti-Mage stood next to the Centaur that just vanished. He was in range of the... That's why the vision was there. Oh my god. That just totally won 4FC that fight in the top lane. 3-2. AUI goes down. Of course he was there to get a bit of the experience that was done, and that's great, but I think Marana is going to be the winner of that fight most of all. She was there for all 3 kills, she got one of the last hits, and she is now level 5. In the meantime, on the middle lane, we might have Blumberg in some trouble. Soul Assumption will be doing the job, and the double kill goes the way of Way Too Sexy. Juicy already finding himself dead here in this middle lane. Templar Assassin with a double damage rune. Not something that you can mess with. So instantly, Dignitas has a rotation coming out for them, and they make it work for them. And get themselves a couple of kills. Oh, very nicely done by Dignitas. Yeah, let's see if 4FC can keep these lucky, well, probably aimed Wrath of Nature's flowing, because they need to be able to get the kills continuously on the top lane to win it. Strang B is going to be left alone by the looks of it though. They realized they weren't winning the lane that hard, so they need to have something done. They need to have a change, and they're going to be leaving Strang B by himself. And then the two supports roaming a little bit around there. Disruption is going to be there. Soulcatcher as well. Juicy coming in for Light Strike Ray is going to be too late though. Still quite a bit of damage done to Snaking still with the Nature's Wrath there, but not enough to get him down. And they won't be able to get the kill here as Blomberg sitting at level 6. Of course, another reason why he's nice against a Templar Assassin is that you can execute him just by, you know, Culling Blade him even through the refraction. In the meantime, on the top lane, I mean, Mirana might have been left alone by his supports, but AUI definitely wasn't, so supports were there to help get the kill on the Mirana. For the first time, Strangby goes down in this lane, and now 4FC have to make their rotation count, because they just lost their main carry, kinda. But what are they gonna get in return for it? What did the supports get out of rotating there, out of sacrificing their carry? Nothing whatsoever. Universe, highest sun net worth. No surprise there. Going for the mechanism. Same build as before. We have a dive. Oh my god, that's gonna maybe be a kill. No, it's not. Runs himself out. Bottle charges are there. Snaking is a happy man. And a live man. As the supports roam back, help out Strangby. I'm not sure if that's gonna mean that much though. If they can get a kill right now. Maybe they can catch Fogged. Disruption, there it is. Here comes the arrow as well. Perfectly targeted. Fogged. Going down. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Those are the kind of kills that they need to catch every single time. Treads up on AY, so the combination that comes out for 4FC with the 3 heroes here on this top lane, it's not going to be as powerful anymore. Really goes down here in the mid lane. Nukes coming out from everybody. Still lands his ultimate before he dies though. But yeah, that's another kill going the way of Dignitas. And that's this Snaking getting more and more dangerous. He's been in 3 kills so far. Only got 1 last hit on the kill, which was just now. And his net worth is spiking up a little bit. Now surpassing the safe lane of 4FC. Disruption, Soulcatcher here. AUI gets stunned. There's not going to be enough damage though to take him down. Nice impale coming off as well. Ooh, whoa! That Starstorm was still gonna do a lot of damage there to AY with that Soulcatcher on there, but yeah, he picked up treads and that just saved his life. Of course, he already has the poor man's shield. Whoa, those birds are able to pick up a level 3 Lina. Way too sexy, level 7 for him right now. And those birds, when they have full stacks, they hurt a ton. Snaking coming top, probably just to try and get a kill on the supports, but with Lina already dying to just birds, I mean, he's not really needed anymore now, is he? In the meantime, Universe was able to pick up a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. First tower to go down, and he is just going to continue pushing, going to force Nature's Prophet to constantly rotate back bottom. And Blomberg not able to contribute all that much so far.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, he's not doing too bad. But he's not really doing anything that someone else wouldn't have been able to do. Like, why the axe and not a different mid laner? Fogged, level 6. Has got that Vendetta up. No wards up for 4FC there on that top lane, so Fog would be able to just safely go into a Vendetta and maybe find Lina, get himself a kill. Lina, of course, still level 3 if we look at the levels overall. Sorry, level 4 I should say. Level 4 on and Lina and Shadow Demon. While the supports of Dignitas. Oh, that's a ward just placed. And they might be able to get him here as well. Is there enough damage for the Quelling Blade? There it is! It is there! And Blomberg gets himself a kill, gets himself a bird as well while he's at it. The double damage rune helping out. Moonlight Shadow being popped. Doesn't get anything else done though. Brilliant Sentry Ward coming off from Boomski. Was his last one as well. Like, well, this is a nice place for a Sentry Ward. Finds himself the next assassin straight away. Gets a disruption off, and the rest is history. Fox is just gonna take some farm here before doing anything else. But we see the set of the game, like 4FC. I said it at the start, if they're not winning that aggressive trial lane, they are in a tough spot because who is gonna carry them now? Mirana needs a lot of time to still be in that role of a carry. Curly might be able to do it, but He picked up a hand of Midas, there we go. And that is kind of forcing him to play a little bit more passive, which he can't afford because he's actually going to go down there. Sprout doesn't do anything, vacuum back in. And the haste rune on Snake King gets himself a kill. He's now got face boots and drums. In the meantime, on the middle lane, we do have Fogged. Maybe in a little bit of trouble if Blumberg can get something up. Disruption is going to be there. No mana up on Blumberg, though. As the Templar Assassin found himself another kill. Found himself the Shadow Demon. Right there. Couldn't get a kill up on the Axe anymore. But yeah, this mid lane won by Snake King. And we know what Templar Assassins can do when they get ahead. They just start getting more and more ahead. They are definitely a hero that you can classify as a snowballing hero once he gets ahead. And in the meantime, Anti-Mage, of course, the force that you might not realize it's there at the moment, but considering the amount of farm he has gotten since that aggressive trial kind of stopped on him, he is gonna be a very dangerous Anti-Mage. If he gets the time to farm up, which if it's up to Dignitas actually might not be the case, because they might be wanting to have a bit shorter game again, just like last game. So we do have the Roshan being attempted here. Dignitas Universe taking quite a lot of harassment. He does have a mechanism though. There we go. Gives himself a bit more HPs with using it. Krilly coming in there. His job right now, split push. Start split pushing, or at least it's like I say that and I know that his inventory is definitely not allowing yet for split push. But they need to have some damage control somewhere, somehow. 6 minutes faster mechanism on Universe than normal, and it's a very fast one, but that's what you get when the Darkseer has been, well, not really left alone. Of course, Krilly was on the lane, but he can't really do anything against a Darkseer. Darkseer is going to be the one to get ahead. Invisibility rune up on Snake King. He's going to find Krilly, level 10 versus level 11. Let's see if the damage is enough. He's actually not convinced he can do it by himself, so he's going to get some help. Some rotation. Trap is going to be there. Krilly sprouts himself, but the birds give some vision, and that's going to be a kill. Going the way of Way Too Sexy. Mega kill for him. As he is sitting on 7 to 1 to 1. He's been in 8 out of the 10 kills. And this is Dignitas making sure that the Radiant jungle is not a safe place to farm anymore. And where then can 4FC farm? On the lanes, yes. But not all that much on the top lane. Oh, nice arrow. Can they make something out of it though? Soul Catcher? Not gonna be there. Disruption is gonna be there. Boomski with the Soul Catcher as well. What else will there be? Is there enough damage? 7 seconds before he can TP out. It's not gonna be enough, but he might just be able to run for it, and that looks to be the case. Boomski, can he do something more? Doesn't do anything more. Arrow! Nice dodge. AUI. Safe. In the meantime, the rest of his team is picking off the tier 1 in the mid lane, making sure that 4FC can't spend too much time trying to chase down an anti-mage, unless they are willing to lose something in return, which apparently they do. 4 staff now up on Universe. More initiation power, as well as the power, of course, to save the teammates a little bit. Tier 1 tower top, slightly under harassment. Awkward arrow, but Strangby will be able to get away. In the meantime, tier 2 tower middle. Dignitas. They don't back off. Why would they? Why should they? Who is gonna kill them, right? Maybe they can find a kill here instead. Axe sitting at level 9. Considering he was solo mid. And he is the same level as a tri-laning anti-mage. Not really doing all too hot. And gets vacuumed back actually. Might actually go down here. Nice light strike array, but in comes the soul assumption from Way Too Sexy. Gets himself another kill. Nice Moonlight Shadow, keeping Juicy safe for a little while. And Dignitas, they back off, knowing that they might be counter-initiated on. Nyx Assassin, Visage. Very high win rate as a combination of heroes. Almost 70% as Lina goes down. Nyx Assassin by himself with the Vendetta, getting himself the kill. And the rest of Dignitas, knowing that the Moonlight Shadow is on cooldown, they go back for the tower and they should be able to get it as well. Still Nature's Wrath doing quite a bit of damage, but it's not enough to stop the push from happening. Universe in the meantime stopping a push from happening here on this bottom lane. Still has that 4 staff in his inventory, but apparently he doesn't really want it. He didn't really have space for it until he TP'd. Am I saying that properly? No, he has a TP scroll. What am I saying? Well, he did not have it before, I guess. I don't know. Already forgot what it was. That's how casting works. Totally forgetting that. 1200 gold up on the Darkseer as well. They might be able to find. Never mind, he just TP'd himself out.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Clearly stayed safe. Stayed safe indeed. In comes Snake King with an invisibility room, but the sentry ward is already down, so nicely anticipated on. The ward there. Scouting something out. Sentry ward upon sentry ward, so they will be able to counter that. Light Strike Array will still be there. It comes an Iron Shell. Laguna Blade. That's Spike Carapace Laguna Blade, that is. Not something that you want to be doing. 2 pickups already for Dignitas, and they followed 2 of the Corsair Blomberg. Gonna try to do what he can, but he'll end up going down, but Strangby leaps himself away. Crilly walks himself away. Should be able to do just that, unless there's an impale, but it doesn't reach Crilly. Dignitas doesn't get more kills than the 2 supports and the axe. Nice arrow, but doesn't reach anybody either. Nicely dodged. And Dignitas, they don't feel the need to back off. And Aghanim's even almost ready. This is a support Visage, who is higher than the carry Miranda in terms of net worth. And almost 900 gold away from being on par with the highest farmer on 4FC's side. Shadowblade almost done on Crilly once he has that. Oh, Anti-Mage, he jumps himself right into Crilly, but nice. That's gonna be a Shadow Amulet working for him. He TPs himself out. Arrow misses. Snake King still gonna get caught though. Can they get some damage up on him is the question. The refraction is already picked off. But after the refraction is the time when the major damage should be coming in. It wasn't there anymore. It just wasn't there anymore. We don't really have an item yet up on Strangby. And for people that want to see all of the items, there they are. I know that I sometimes forget to call things out. But we already had a Battle Fury up on AY. We already saw that one. We already saw the Force Staff and the Mechanism up on the Darkseer. We already saw the Yasha rather on the TA. What we didn't see is the 3,300 gold that's sitting in her inventory. Does she still want to have a Blink Dagger? Or is she gonna leave the Blink Dagger to Fogged, who is probably wanting to have one of those to initiate with? We are gonna have the Shadowblade complete up on the Nature's Prophet, and now the split pushing might start. But is it gonna be too late is the question. Did they already lose too much? Did they already give away too many kills? It is 5 to 15. Triple the amount of kills on Dignitas as there is on 4FC. And that sounds pretty grave. But yeah, it is pretty grave to be fair. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Aghanim Scepter up on Way Too Sexy. Completed now. Where are his birds? I don't see his birds. Oh. He only just summoned them. Oh, there they are. There they are. Were they there? No, I don't know. Shadow Demon still taking a lot of harassment from those illusions. They weren't there. Really? Does? Sprouts is there. Here comes Moonlight Shadow. Maybe they can take him down though. Light Strike Array misses. Snake King running for his life. In comes Visage. And that is Lina going down. And back comes Snake King looking for a pickup. Looking for a last hit. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. No more battle hunger. And that is Snake King living. And 2 kills going the way of Dignitas. And it might be more. Strangby leaping himself into face safety. After the Mana Void didn't do anything on him, but that Soul Assumption definitely did something. And here are the birds. And look at that tower melt. Sprout up on Universe. Crilly gets nuked as well. Is able to run away afterwards though. Nice sentry ward to make sure that nuke actually hit. Nature's Prophet. Oh my god! Nature's Wrath hit up on the Spike Carapace, fogged with the lightning fast fingers, made sure that Crilly killed himself after getting so low after that Soul Assumption. And they back off afterwards. It's still 19 to 5, still no extra kills going the way of 4FC. Though they try. They try. $1,100 gold up on the Shadow Demon. Kinda curious to see what he's gonna buy. I mean, buying something that would help him survive would be a bad idea, so maybe a Ghost Scepter. So you're gonna save for that.
Dire's bottom
The thing
tower
is though,
under attack.
this stage of the game, do you really want to take farm that might have been able to go to your carry? Which in this case would be the Mirana. Mirana taking her own farm though, but having to share it a bit with Blomberg, and nobody gets the last hit there in the end. That's kind of sad. But Strangby's still going for a Yasha by the looks of it. Tier 2 tower, top lane. Last tier 2 still standing. Gotta be the one that they want to have. Manta Sail up on the TA. Oh, blink forward. Strangby can leap himself away. Is it gonna be fast enough is a question. In comes Snaking. Nature's Wrath going through. Nice melt hit there as well. And that's the Mana-Void finally doing some damage up on that hero. Sprout up. Gets himself locked in with the TA though. But Laguna Blade in the end helps taking down Snaking. That's a mega kill streak taken down. Nice extra gold for Krilly, but it just shows the state of this game. It's overextension because they can. Gold graph still going towards the 20k in favor of Dignitas. 25k in favor of Dignitas on the experience graph. What can they do right now to keep themselves inside this game? Not an awful lot. Like, they can play amazingly well but still not get this game. They need to make sure that they catch Dignitas on a couple of mistakes. But the way Dignitas is playing right now,
Radiant's bottom tower
considering the
is under
advantage they
attack.
have, is very safe. And that must be the most annoying thing there. Like playing safe, when you or having your opponent play safe when you know they are ahead and when you know that you have to find some mistakes that they make before you can do something. But the downside about playing safe for them is right now for 4FC is nice snipe by the way. Krilly gets himself a courier kill. Already placed a ward as well.
Bottom tower
So if
is
there's
under
gonna be a new
attack.
courier, you'll be able to see it. Oh, Impale, Strangby is dead. And Hand of Midas up on the axe. I think that was maybe a bit of a troll item, because why would you pick up a Hand of Midas? Do you really think the game is gonna last that long, that you're still gonna be having enough from it? Nice Berserker's Call. Here comes the Impale though, but Laguna Blade still hit. And Anti-Mage goes down. Lina goes down with him though, 1-for-1. As Blumber gets picked off. Triple kill going away of the Visage. Beyond godlike, as the Visage is sitting on 14 to 1-4. It's been an 18 out of the 24 kills. Buyback from AUI 2000.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
And Blomberg able to chop himself some birds. Disruption is going to keep Krilly safe for a little while longer. Moonlight Shadow might save the lives of 4FC as they retreat into the base. They will get Universe though. Then Gem of True Set falls with that as well. And maybe they can get way too sexy, but he is gonna... No, he's dying. That's a godlike streak going to Lina. This is all of a sudden a very rich Lina. Almost has Ghost Scepter ready. In the meantime, on the top lane though, I mean, that's what happens. Snaking, he just says, you know what, I don't really want to fight. I just wanna kill barracks and buildings. Taking a lot of harassment, and he will continue to take harassment for a little while longer. As Strangby takes a lot more harassment, actually goes down.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And 4FC, 25k gold, almost 30k experience behind. But they are not calling the GG just yet. They want to fight, they want to prove that they still have some hope. The tier 3 tower will end up going down. AUI not able to get last hit though, he tried. Tower is gonna get not denied because the siege creep was there.
Forward.
Yeah, Midas up on axe. Why would you ask? Would you do that? Can they really turtle that long with the lineup that they have? I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it for the world.
Structures are fortified.
Boots of Travel now picked up by the Darkseer. Yeah, we already saw the Templar Assassin with the Mask of Madness. 25k gold, 30k experience behind. But they are not calling the GG just yet. They want to fight, they want to prove that they still have some hope. The tier 3 tower will end up going down. AUI not able to get last hit though, he tried. Tower is gonna get not denied because the siege creep was there. able to push faster on the top lane, which he did with it. Goes for a butterfly next, or maybe even butterfly will be it. Will be it. Let's see if Dignitas can make their final play, make their final move, make this next move the last one. Tier 3 tower will end up going down. They're split pushing with Snaking in the middle lane and the other 4 sitting here on the bottom lane. Disruption is going to be there. Getting a soul catcher there as well. Universe actually takes quite a bit of harassment there, but Strangby takes a ton more and will end up going down. Drops the gem that he took on earlier. And that's going to be the Rax going the way of Dignitas in the mid lane. Snaking did get picked off. They were able to do that. Axe was able to chop him down. But they lost a lot more here on the bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
What did they do?
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
He's benched. I don't know why. I didn't catch it. Damn. But yeah, this is game. I mean, really. If you're surprised, raise your hand. Dignitas is just very dominating this entire game. And 4FC, since they didn't get their trial lane to work out, this is a result that you get. This is a result that you have to deal with. If you go all in one lane. Well, of course they went for an axe in the mid lane, but that didn't really help out that much either. Didn't really rotate, didn't really make things happen or make other lanes win their lanes. And we are gonna see another game after this though, but not between these two teams. Dignitas will be the team that you'll see tomorrow in the winners bracket finals. Will be our first game tomorrow, starting at the same time as this best of 3 did, so 1800 CST time or 6 PM. Should be right after the grand finals of the Alienware Cup. And we'll see 4FC later tonight again. Up against either EG or Denial, whoever wins the next best of, or whoever loses the next best of 3. Whoever wins the next best of 3 of those two teams will be facing Dignitas tomorrow. But we'll see EG versus Denial first, to see who will get the honor of going up against 4FC to try their luck. To see if 4FC can keep themselves in Group C of the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament, or if, well, I don't know what I said earlier on, so you know exactly what I mean, right? I already explained it a couple of times. Just trying to fill time, considering the game kind of took a little bit longer, but the GG well play goes out. 2-0 for Dignitas. And we're gonna see EG versus Denial. Now the official starting time for this matchup is actually 1.5 hours from now, but I'm expecting the games to start a little bit earlier, so stick around for that. We're gonna jump ourselves out of this game. You can follow us on Twitter, as you just saw, at Musik Stats for the stats guide that you saw today, and me myself, SheeverGaming on Twitter. And let's get ourselves out of this game and give you an outro.